Yes, we are live. Welcome back, my dear friends. This is episode number 92 on Zero Point Healing Show. And this is Vishnupriya. I am a holistic healing practitioner myself. And I do this interview show for bringing in holistic healing practitioners from all different holistic healing modalities and showing them to the world and giving them the access to people who are in need of them. We call them the clients, and of course giving people out there this opportunity to kind of get introduced to different holistic healing practitioners, different holistic healing modalities, and how this can actually change our lives. And all of this is coming from zeropointhealing.com, which is a web directory that I have created for holistic healing practitioners of all different modalities. There are so many practitioners and healers and facilitators who are registered at zeropointhealing.com. So you can go to the website if you would like to see more practitioners similar to the person whom we are going to meet today. And I have a beautiful guest for today, and we're going to talk about the topic of anxiety. And I feel anxiety is one of those major issues that we as humans face, and we don't even know where this is coming from and how to get rid of it. And today that's the topic that we are going to discuss about. One last point before I move on to my guest. If you are a holistic healing practitioner, I invite you to zeropointhealing.com. You can register there. And if you're interested in one such interview with me, you can let me know about that as well. All right, going to my beautiful guest here. Welcome, Alessandra. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Hi, Vishnu. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, dear. And please let us know about you, about your beautiful journey into this holistic healing world and how you became an RTT practitioner, and tell us a little bit about that as well.
Yes, my name is Alessandra. I was born and I still live in Italy. And I consider myself being an inner child healer now and an anxiety breakthrough specialist, because I have a story to tell you. I was, prior to becoming a therapist, I was a client myself. I started experiencing my first panic attack when I was just a teenager. And then my family wasn't able to understand what I was going through. And it was really difficult. Then at 22, I left university because the panic attacks were so painful for me that I associated the panic with traveling to go to university. So for me, there was no other way rather than leaving my studying. And it was difficult, and it was my starting point where I started my quest for healing. My boyfriend brought me to a psychiatrist, and I was there for years and years. But there was a voice inside of me that told me that I needed to reach for more, because the therapy, the traditional methods wasn't providing me the results that I wanted. I had this feeling inside that I wanted my life back. I wanted to feel safe again. I wanted to be free, to live my dreams, and it wasn't happening. So a friend introduced me to learn about energy healing, and that was when a word opened up for me, a new word, and it was really a magical word for me, because knowing that you are a creator and that you can use your own with your awareness, your own energy, and you can reflect what you feel inside in your outside world, was really a magical thing for me. And so now I combine practical mind-body connection with energy-based tools and techniques to help spiritually awaken women find their self-worth by turning their deep-rooted subconscious fears into courage, confidence, and self-acceptance, so they can finally give themselves the permission to be who they really want to be. And this is what I do using different tools. And yes, the big change for me happened in 2019 when I met this new technique, new for me, the Marisa Peer method, and um, and I discovered that I've lost a lot of years and money spent in looking for a magic pill or for a miracle, and feeling unworthy and feeling wrong because I wasn't able to heal, and feeling there was something wrong with me because I had no results. I wasn't able to reach complete healing by myself. And with this new tool, I opened all the doors, because going inside the subconscious mind for me, um, from what I learned in working on myself, is is really the key to real and to real healing. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And I could really feel that kind of background that you had to go through. And looks like you found the solution by doing the hard work first and going through the traditional method, which also I see now. Maybe that's the reason, you went through the traditional method and you found where the traditional method is lacking. And I feel you are who you are because of all of those hard experiences that you have got from, the traditional side of things. So now let's get into the topic of anxiety itself. And of course, we are already talking in that topic. But tell us from your experience with RTT, rapid transformational therapy, through Marisa Peer that you're doing right now. From your experience, what do you see as the root cause of anxiety? What is really causing anxiety for people?
It's really difficult to answer this question, but I will answer with a word, and it's disconnection. For me, and I see it on my clients too, the root cause of anxiety is disconnection from yourself, your feelings, your passions, your mission, your self-purpose, disconnecting from others. So don't feel loved, don't feel not being able to feel loved, and not being able to really connect and to be one. And also from the universe, like not trusting that the universe has our backs. It's like not being able to trust that there is a meaning, a higher sense of being whole, trusting God, trusting the universe, trusting whichever your religion, um, uh, and uh, and so yeah, this connection for me is what I can tell you, even if anxiety is really a big uh, issue. What I also tell my clients is that even if you can do a lot with just one session, but one session is not enough, sadly, because it's so big that you need to really reconnect with all the pieces of yourself. I share, usually I share this image that along your life, you decided to reject some aspects of yourself. For example, they told me, or they making me feel, maybe without telling me, that I wasn't a creative person. I wasn't an artist, that art wasn't for me. And I decided in that moment, when I was little, I was a child, but my subconscious decided to take this as a rule. And so I discovered when I was, I think, 28, 27, 28, that I am an artist. I am a singer, songwriter. I also like to take self-portraits, and I like to work with lights, special effects. So I then learned how to free myself, but it was because of RTT. And then what I wanted to say is this little child that was a creative girl. When you decide that, oh, you're not a creative person, you are abandoning this version of yourself, this part, this aspect of yourself, like your creativity. You reject this aspect of yourself. And we need to work to recollect and recover all these little version of yourself, to feel whole, to really become the authentic self, the authentic version of you. So in just one session, this is not possible. But I noticed that there are great changes from the third session. And usually I do 5 to 6 sessions for each person. And RTT is a particular and special technique because it's really quick, and it provides quick results and very deep understanding and lasting benefits. So I like it. It's my main technique. The starting technique that I use. I also created something new because I discovered when I was free in my creativity years and years ago. I was a singer, and then I found out that I was also writing songs in my head. And now I offer this service to my clients. So it's called Inner Child Healing Songs. And it's a special tool because with music, you can, I see music in a special way, because for me, it's not just something to enjoy, it's a neuroplasticity exercise, and also a manifestation tool, because you can rewire your brain with repetition of the lyrics, repetition of the music patterns, the notes, the melodies. And then it's a manifestation tool because you can bring inside this music, this structure, your higher emotion. You can infuse the emotion that you want to bring, like rising the frequency of the client. And so in rising this frequency, that is really, really important for people who suffer from anxiety, depression, panic attacks. It's really important to take care of your energy frequency, rising it up, because it's all about not just connecting with your higher self, but also to be more confident, more connected with the divine. And so feeling whole, feeling that you're not alone, feeling there is something more than you, bigger than you, that is connected with you, is really important. It's like it ignites your soul, and it fuels you. Right.
Wow, you are amazing. Wow, I love the way how you have combined music into RTT, and I've never heard RTT therapists talking about the energy
I know.
frequency and raising the frequency of clients, especially with music. I'm like, wow. All right. So I forgot what I wanted to ask you, by the way. I was so immersed into what you were saying. But it's
Oh,
interesting how
thank
you
you.
combine it. So tell us first a little bit about, so I see that your maybe services and programs that you are offering is a little bit different from what others are doing. So first tell us about, okay, what is in your, if you do offer a program, and tell us maybe about the RTT session as well, because we know that it's based on hypnotherapy. So tell us what a client can expect when they come in for an RTT session, how long the sessions are going to be, and what happens in the session. And tell us as well how you're combining your unique tools of music into this.
Yes. So I will start by telling that I created a personal, my signature method in dealing with anxiety and panic attacks, because I was lucky or not, I don't know. I was working on myself, and so I was able to find these patterns first, and then to recognize them immediately on my clients. And so my own process is called S.A.F.E. This is what the title was about. And it stays for self-love, authenticity, fears, and embodiment. And I will explain it very quickly. Um, Self-love is because it means that we need to learn to give to ourselves the love we always longed for. And it's also about discovering our self-worth and feeling enough finally for who we are, for what we have and who we are. And then authenticity is in 2 points. It's first discovering who you really are. That is about recollecting all the pieces of you and reconnect with your authentic self. And then giving yourself the permission to show up for who you really are. Because a lot of people, me, I was the first person experiencing this. I had a lot of negative talks in my head, fear of being judged, fear of being rejected, the need to conform. And so authenticity is really a key point. Then fears, because yeah, it's my starting point usually, because we need to reach the root cause of the fear. And RTT really helped me in this, because I was able to go inside and to find that when we have a fear that is causing panic attacks, for example, or anxiety attacks, um, this is just the core. And outside of this, I see like a ball. It's the core, and outside of this fear, there are a lot of others negative limiting beliefs. And I learned from one of my healers, Tara Bianca, that to call them intertwined limiting beliefs, because really they are forming a net, and it's really difficult to go inside and reach the nucleus, the core of it. So it's the reason why sometimes you feel, because you had a panic attack in the car while traveling, like it happened to me, you think that, and I laugh in saying this because it was so hilarious to discover that I was completely wrong. The root cause of your panic is not the car, is not traveling, it's something else. But there is this net of intertwined beliefs that you need to to loosen up and to reach the core. And then you need to deal also with all the little beliefs around this core. Yes. And the next there is embodiment, and it's all about the installing new beliefs, installing new habits. It's all about the neuroplasticity ability. Neuroplasticity means that the brain can like rewire, and so it can create new connections almost in real time. So with this tool, we are really able to use repetition and hypnosis to create a different pattern, a different way of thinking, a different way of acting and reacting to a trigger. So yeah, I like it. And then, I create these inner child healing songs that I use in RTT. We create a final recording to install new habits, new patterns inside the brain. And I use the recording, so I still use the traditional method, but I also offer the chance to add something more. There is these healing songs, because, for example, when you're traveling, when you're in the car, you cannot listen to your hypnosis. So you can sing your own song with your lyrics that rise the frequency, and at the same time it's a repetition that will stay in your brain, and from the brain it will also change your frequency, and also all the quality of your cells, of your body. So yeah, it's all working together. And in doing this, RTT is not my only tool, because I also offer a daily routine of energy exercises and balancing tools, and also like a coaching session to learn about the rules of the mind, how to use your mind. Because with anxiety, if you focus on something negative, you use your creative power to bring this negative thing to you inside of your life. And so we don't want that. We need to reclaim our power to use the brain for creating something that we really want: magnificent life, freedom, a complete healing. And yes,
That's so beautiful. And I really love how you have put together all of those elements into one beautiful program. So now let's move ahead with, you informed us that you have a technique that you would like to kind of share it in this interview with our viewers here. So my dear viewers, usually in the last 5 to 10 minutes of this interview, we kind of do something that can, like a group meditation or some kind of tools or techniques that the guest can share with us. So that's where we are going towards now. So what is it that you would like to share with us?
yes, I would like to share something that I created in working on my energy, basically, because I was afraid of thunder. And I decided one day that I wanted some help in dealing with this. So I asked a friend, a therapist, to have a session, and I found out what was underneath this. But inside of this, in this session, I also uh, was able to see how my energy was flowing when I was in this. I was afraid. I was in panic. I was anxious of the thunderstorms, and so I created this technique that I call STS, and it stands for it's safe to stay, because this is what I told myself in those moments. And I was afraid of thunder, and it was a learned habit that I started creating when I was still in the uterus. And how amazing is this to find out really um, the root cause, and going back and being able to see how your beautiful mind created everything for protecting you. I was still in uterus, and my mother had issue, health issue, and she ended up in the ICU. So she lost consciousness, and I felt she was really scared. And then immediately I lost the connection with her. So I wasn't able to handle with this situation. I was just a small child, not even born, and I created this habit to leave my body. So my energy left my body. And as an adult, I continue using this pattern. Uh, and that was creating my symptoms, for example, dizziness, not feeling grounded, sweating and numbness, anxiety symptoms. So I was able to see how my energy was flowing, and I created this. I saw what was going on inside of my body, and I created this technique. So if you want to do this technique, you can use it for stopping immediately a panic attack, and it's fantastic. Also an anxiety attack. You just need to do two things. And the first, you need to know where your thymus is. Sorry, I the thymus is a gland. It's placed in the center of your chest, and I saw it clearly. It is like a balloon that is full of your energy. But when you have this habit of leaving your body, like it depletes, and it leaves, it pushes up all your energy. My energy went out above my head. And so this is the first thing that you need to know. The second thing is the lower dantian, that I found out after what it was called, is a point in the middle of the belly, in the middle between the navel and the genitals. And I see it like it distributes the energy through the lower chakras. So to do this technique, you just need to put your awareness on the thymus. Forget about all that you are worrying, because you start to get anxious, you start to think negatively. So stop and just put your awareness inside the thymus. And I told myself, it's safe to stay. It's safe to stay. It's okay to stay. It's safe to stay. And then when you feel, immediately you will feel better. But then when you think you're calmer enough, you shift your awareness to the lower dantian, this point in the middle of the belly, and just bring your awareness there. It will ground you even more, and it will bring your energy back into your legs, because you know, when you feel anxious, you feel dizzy, the legs are not very active. And so this tool is really, really powerful. And if you try it, please write a message to me, write me a message to tell me how it goes, if you feel it right for you. And
Wow, that's so beautiful. And I really love the technique, because I have had multiple clients who've had anxiety and they tell me, okay, I'm having panic attacks and I'm not sure what to do. So I think this is a beautiful, like a first aid, right? It would help somebody at the right moment. And I already
yes.
know about, these 2 points that you're talking about, the thymus point and the lower dantian. I have kind of learned it from different healing modalities that I've gone through, and those are the major energy centers. And there was this one process that I've learned, which is imagining breathing in through your thymus point, and then feeling as you breathe out as if the energy is being released from your lower dantian. So just as we focus on the
Oh,
breath and
wow.
feel as if this energy is moving between these 2 points, taking in energy through thymus and giving out the breath through the lower dantian, that also that was another process that I
Oh,
learned
wow.
to being in the present and letting that energy move through us. So maybe they can add that too as well, when if they feel so. But that's a beautiful process
Yeah.
that you shared. Thank you so much. And you mentioned
Thank you.
that you are a singer, and you did mention about the healing song. So I'm gonna put you on spot here. Can you maybe just 1 or 2 minutes? Can you sing a song for us? That is not
Yes.
prepared, my dear viewers.
I can't say no.
Yes.
Yes, usually the songs that I create for my clients are custom made, so I can't share them. But I can share maybe something that I created for myself. Let me think that I have the lyrics here, because it's a long time since I created this. Let me try and do this without thinking about it. There's the love, the love, the love, the love I have inside. Says you're never gonna break, says it's alright. Oh, that got me feeling like a warrior. Oh, this is what gives sense to it. Oh, this is what gives sense to it all. To it all. Oh, sorry, it was an old song.
Wow, thank you so much. I literally put you on spot, but you did it. So thank you for your sharing that. Thank you. So just a sample for the viewers out there. So thank you so much. That was a beautiful, beautiful session.
Oh,
I
thank
think this
you.
is one of the best interviews that I've done. I really feel there's so
Oh,
much
thank you.
information that you share. Thank you so much, Alexandra. And
Thanks
thank
for
you, my
having
dear
me.
viewers, for watching the interview. And if you're interested in booking a session with her, her link is right below the video. You can click on that. And I think she has kind of mentioned everything that you might want to know about how she can help you overcome any kind of anxiety issues, especially if you know of any friends who has anxiety, friends, family members, relatives. Please do share this video with them as well. I know there are people out there who wants help with anxiety, so please do share with them. As well as we have a 10% off discount coupon code for you just for watching this video, and the discount coupon code is 0 point. So when you contact Alessandra, please let her know that you found her from 0 Point, and she will give you that 10% off discount coupon as well. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this show. Please do subscribe and share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you for all your support. Thank you, Alessandra. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.